Skyworks up after an upgrade to outperform from Raymond James. The firm saying most of what could go wrong for the stock has already happened. The chip name can really rally double digits from here based on a stronger iPhone market. The analyst behind the call also upgraded Apple to outperform. It is our call of the day. Steve, you own Skyworks. I mean, key to this is the notion that the 5G iPhone will be stronger than expected. Skyworks will be the primary incremental gainer from that upswing in that cycle.
Yeah, so I think 5G is the place to be. It's that one theme in technology you can definitely go like cloud was a few years ago. That's why I own it. They're most leveraged to it. Not only for their leverage to Apple, which is one reason why I wouldn't buy it this quarter, because Apple's sales, I believe it would be disappointing. Even though I own the stock, I don't puts on it. But Skyworks is just uniquely positioned. They've already pre-announced also, based upon their exposure to Huawei. So I think that's sort of out of there, and the company would have to be, the management would have to be pretty, I don't want to say stupid to really miss a quarter after they just pre-announced.
Can we rewind, though? But you said you have puts in Apple, so you don't necessarily believe that 5G iPhones would be as robust for Apple, but you still are a believer in this.
No, I think it's too soon.
It's too soon.
It's too soon. They still got to get through this quarter, next quarter.
So you can believe in Skyworks and not believe in the Apple story is what I'm asking.
Exactly.
Okay. Brenda, what do you think?
I think, when you look at this call, I agree that 5G is a huge theme that's going to be, withstand no matter what the economy is doing. It's a theme that's going to continue. But when you look at some of the projections being made for Apple in particular, I don't agree with the multiple that's being applied to get to the price targets, using a 19.5 times multiple, which I think, Apple is a more mature company. I have no doubt they're going to benefit, just like everybody else, from 5G. But I just don't think they're going to get that higher multiple rather than a market multiple that they're getting today.
And so, Melissa, I own Qorvo, which is a competitor as well, an iPhone manufacturer. They also produce non-iPhone stuff, including other phone manufacturers. Look, I think this is a good call. None of these stocks have recovered to where they were a year ago. That's number one. Number two, I think you have another 15% in this whole sector. After that, you've got to be very careful because Apple has a way of cutting off their suppliers at the knees. You may remember about a year and a half ago, this British company, Dialog Semiconductor, Apple just cut them out of the picture and the stock was down 2/3 in about 6 months. So you got to be careful about that. I don't see that happening to any of these now, but 15% is what I'd be looking to take profits on.
Which is why my bigger position is in SMH. The index rather than.
And that's so
yeah. Well, on June 5th.
Two sides to every trade.
Well, Steve is going to be right. It's going to continue to move higher. Let me just walk you through the thinking behind selling it.
Now.
Well, you should. June 5th, I suggested playing a little offense in the marketplace. I bought the SMH. That was one of the ways to do it. I wanted the diversification of an ETF. I mentioned at the time I thought you probably could get about 7% out of it. I'm not sure exactly what we got, but I know somewhere above 15%. Okay, so now I want that capital because we've got technology companies that are individually reporting. My ownership of FANGs is not basically zero. I want the capital to allocate towards good fundamental earnings stories in individual stocks that I'm going to hear about over the next couple of weeks.
So
not a referendum on the SMH itself.
And you bought what?
Raise that capital.
Oh, you're waiting.
And I'm sitting and waiting. Here come technology companies that are going to report. We're going to find something interesting.
What's top on your radar?
I'm looking specifically at the FANGs because I don't have any of them.